so that this is not an empty test, I would like to share an idea I had about using the crystal bed, which is probably a common idea. I'm sure many of you, most of you, all of you already thought about this in some way or another. But as I was, there's this beautiful walk here in Abadiânia. Those who have been here know about it when we pass the casa, and there's that dirt road. So it's like a beautiful, we can, in the mornings or in the evenings, because it's quite hot during the afternoon, but it's a great walk. So I was walking and thinking about crystal beds, and it occurred to me that maybe we can, before having a crystal bed session, we can sit down in a chair by the crystal bed and visualize our goals, our health goals, what we are looking for when we go and have the crystal bed session. Keep that image in our mind, gently, of course, so that we're not straining. There's this French author, whose name I don't remember now, and he says something very interesting. He says that the imagination is more powerful than the will. It makes a little bit of sense if we think about it, because some of our, even of our nervous pathologies, they are sometimes just the exhibition of this power of the imagination over the will. Sometimes when we are stressed, when we are, for some reason, we are afraid, when these negative feelings, they take over our imagination, it's very hard for our will to overcome them. It's like we have to really have a strategy to transform these negative images, these negative feelings that have taken over our imagination, transform them, turn them into something positive, without facing them head on, because usually the imagination wins. So, in any case, using the power of imagination, we can visualize us healthy, happy, just maybe a couple of minutes before we lie down on the crystal bed. And if we have a crystal bed at home, it's perhaps interesting to have a special chair. Can be like I'd say it can be a humble chair, even a bench, because the idea is just to be there a few minutes. But when we use the same chair over and over, it creates what in Portuguese, I don't know about it in English, how we would call it. We call an egregora, which means, let's call it a psychic, even a mental atmosphere of bliss, of these positive feelings. So with the habit of sitting down and visualizing our happiness, our health, just by sitting down on the chair, even before starting to visualize, we will already feel lighter. It's like the matter will be impregnated with our better thoughts, with our great intentions. So the egregor is this atmosphere that we create by our repetitive thoughts and imaginations. Imaginations is probably not a correct word, but imaginings maybe. So so that was the idea. I mean, I'm just testing this system, but maybe